Hello, and welcome to today's NinjaTrader ecosystem event, Design and Automate Your Own Trade Setup. My name is Juanita, and I am a NinjaTrader platform ecosystem representative. Before we get started with today's webinar, I do want to go over a few housekeeping items. This webinar is presented by NinjaTrader LLC, which is a technology company responsible for developing and supporting the NinjaTrader trading software. Any brokerage-related questions should be sent directly to our brokerage team using the following phone number or email address. Lastly, if you are new to NinjaTrader, please make sure you sign up for a free NinjaTrader demo with real-time market data. Our platform is always free for advanced charting, strategy backtesting, and trade simulation. You can request that demo by using the following link. Before I do turn the mic over to Pablo, it's important to understand that futures, foreign currency, and options trading contain substantial risk and is not suitable for every investor. It's possible to lose all funds or more than your initial investment. Risk capital is money that can be lost without jeopardizing one's financial security or lifestyle. Only risk capital should be used for trading, and only those with sufficient risk capital should consider trading. Past performance is not necessarily indicative of future results. If you'd like a copy of the CFTC risk disclosure or for more information, please use the following link. Also, please remember that these training sessions are not a solicitation nor recommendation, but simply educational in nature. Thank you again for joining us today. And without further ado, it's my pleasure to welcome to the NinjaTrader room, Pablo. Pablo, you can go ahead and take it away.
Hello, everyone. Thank you, Juanita. Again, thank you, everyone. And thank you to all the people from NinjaTrader for letting me to be here. And thank you to all of you to be in this presentation. My name, for those who don't know me, is Pablo Maglio. I am the founder of the Indicator Store, a company focused in creating software for the NinjaTrader platform. Just a little question to have an idea about the public today. How many of you have no idea about the Indicator Store or markers? Just type no, so I have an idea of the percentage. Okay. Excellent. Thank you. Okay, we are in the market since 2020, more or less. There's from 2000, more than 20 years. One of my most successful products is markers, as Michael mentions. So today, this is what I want to share with you. But first of all, I always need to just talk a few words about this. Juanita already did this, but it's not a bad idea to remember that trading futures is not an investment. It involves risk, a lot of risk. Of course, you can get a lot of money, but you can also lose a lot of money. So never trade with money you can't afford to lose, okay? On the previous webinar, 2 years ago, on NinjaTrader, I explained Marker Plus, how you can use Marker Plus to automate signals from any indicator from those that you have on your platform. And we saw that, for example, let me show you an example here. We already saw this, but just to remember, we can get a lot of signals, for example, arrows, dots, and some of them, when you click on one of the signals, sometimes you can see that it only selects one arrow, one dot. Instead, if I click on those triangles, you can see that everything is selected together. The difference is this arrow. If you double click the arrow, this is a NinjaTrader drawing markers. And this is the reason of the name of the product, because markers started in NinjaTrader 7 detecting NinjaTrader markers, arrows, dots, etc. So if your indicator paints, dots, arrows, whatever, a NinjaTrader marker, something that you can draw from the chart marker, one of these, and many others. You can also detect arrows and many more. This can be detected and automated by markers. As you can see here, we can read that we are executing longs when a cyan arrow up is detected. Also, we can detect plots. Plots is those triangles. It can be a triangle or whatever. Plots are this section, and you know that we can select triangle up, dots, hashes, etc. So either if your signal is a marker, any drawing object or a plot, it can be detected and automated. And by automated, I mean that you can execute an entry order, and that entry order can be at market, with a limit order, with a stop order, at the current price, 2 ticks above, 2 ticks below, etc. And of course, you can add filters to the trades, because maybe you don't want to trade all of them. And you have daily limits, for example, daily loss limits, daily profit limits. And also, you can trade in full automatic or semi-automatic mode. That means that, for example, if we are here, and now I don't want to enter long, I want to enter short, so I can select trade the following short in semi-automatic mode. That means that if a long is detected, it is going to be ignored because the long button is turned off. And when it detects a short, the short is going to be executed and the button is turned off. This means semi-automatic. One trigger and it turns off. Now, let's go to the following slide. Something also important, because I also received several questions. What's the difference between a standard strategy and a system automated with markers? Well, one of the most important is that markers uses ATM orders. I have a lot of videos about what is an ATM order, so I am not going to explain about this, but let me say only this. With an ATM, you can specify multiple positions, each position with a different target, a different stop, a trailing stop. You can enable NinjaTrader, and with just selecting one of these, for example, this is 2 contracts. And now we can specify 2 positions, each position with a different target, a different stop, a different trailing stop. All of that is part of NinjaTrader. It is included with NinjaTrader, this ATM. And we can specify that we want that markers uses that ATM. So I select my ATM and then I click here. So the following signal is going to execute this ATM. Okay? This is very important because with a strategy that we create with Builder, we only execute one position. And if we want to add more logic or more complexity, we need to do one position by one position. The trailing stop, we need to code the trailing stop. And here it is already done because you edit on NinjaTrader the settings, and that's all. Okay, let's go to the following. Today's session I am going to explain how you can create your logic. Okay? Because sometimes you have, for example, I have a red line. In this case, it is an HMA, but you say, I would like to automate when that line changes the slope, for example. You can see here where I am showing on this section. When the slope changes from positive to negative, I want to enter short. And when it changes to negative to positive, I want to enter long. And that line can be anything. And even more, maybe I want to measure the slope. This histogram at the bottom is a representation, proportional. It is proportional to the slope of the line. You can see that when it is horizontal, the slope is 0. And when there is a change between positive and negative, we have a crossover by 0. So my signals are the crossovers by 0 of the slope of this line. And we can even add a threshold to avoid having noise. So let me show you an example, step by step, of what we can do. Okay. So I am going to remove all of this. And now, let's say I have a fast moving average, okay? For example, this red line. This is an HMA, but it doesn't matter what line it is. You can use any line. And now I want to calculate the slope of that line. And for that, we can use one of the tools included with markers. The tools included with markers are inside, because markers is not only one indicator. It is from here to here. It includes several tools. So we can calculate slopes, crossovers. Here, for example, we are calculating the slope of the red line and painting those signals. The signals can be anything that you prefer. Arrows, vertical lines. You can change the backgrounds, whatever. Now, let's say I am going to remove this. Let's say I also have a slow moving average, for example, this one. And now, what happens if I create signals with the red fast line? All those shorts are against the trend, and these longs are with the direction of the trend. So it will be nice if we create the signals, but also filter them with the slope, and this is the slope of the cyan line. We can see from here, it is sloping up. Here is sloping down. Now, is it possible to filter? Yes, it is very simple. It takes only 5 minutes as the name of the presentation. So let's remove everything, all those arrows. And let me show you. Let's remove this because I don't like those arrows. I only want the slope of the slow line. This is my filter. And my filter, you can see it is drawing triangles. I don't want to paint those triangles. We can specify here that I don't want to paint any signal because I am using this as a filter. And now I can create long signals when the red line changes the slope, and also the blue line is, the cyan line is sloping up. It looks much better if I place it here. Yes. So you can see only I have signals when the histogram is blue. Okay? And for the short, the same, but the histogram should be red. So when the market is going up, I get only longs. And when the market is going down, I get only shorts. For example, here, the market is going down. When I say the market is going down, I am referring to what I define as a filter. I am using this, the slope of this line to define that the market is going down. So when the blue line is going down, I take only short signals. Now, the optimization of the lines and the periods of those lines is something that we can also we have training sessions, and this is something that I also want to speak at the end of the session. Let me see if I am missing something, but this will be everything, because now I can execute the long signals. And by execute, I mean I can enter at market, or I can place a limit order at a pullback, or I can place a buy stop at the high of the bar plus a few ticks. You have unlimited possibilities. Let me see what comes next. This is how you can, I already explained this, because the user can select if taking the following long, the following short, all the longs and the shorts in manual mode. Manual mode is very strange because maybe you want the system to close your trades. This is also possible. You select manual mode and you configure an exit condition. So the exit condition in this case is a yellow dot. So when you decide to enter the market, you click on long. It enters the market using this ATM, and then markers detects a yellow dot and close your position. So you can use markers to enter the market, to exit the market, or both. So these are the main uses of manual and semi-auto. Automatic, of course, it executes all the signals. With the custom filter, we can also create a filter. For example, maybe I don't want to trade all those signals. I want to trade only when the slope of a line is going down or when I have a certain condition. So I can enable also a filter. So markers can detect the signals, but then calculate another logic, for example, the slope of a line, and then decide if executing or not your signal. So that means you can automate a third-party indicator signal and also add filters to that signal. And the ATM can be changed in the fly. So maybe you are trading this short, this red triangle, and maybe you decide to change the trade size or the ATM. You only need to click on a different ATM, update, and the following signal will be executed using the new settings. Okay. What is the next? This is about the training sessions. I guess I was too fast. We are doing English and Spanish training sessions all weeks, okay? And on each week, we review a complete trade setup, explain how it works. Let me show you an example. This is the list of the currently saved training sessions. And as you can see, we started in 2020. So all weeks, each one of those sessions is a video and a strategy to download. Let me show you what we do on those sessions. For example, on the CCI crossover, the CCI 0 crossover, this is a setup by Woody. And I am explaining that. Give me a time. Each session is live. Fridays are for English, Thursdays are for Spanish. They are live, they are recorded, and all the recordings are on this spreadsheet. Let me show you an example. And let's go to the end. You can see this is the Woody's CCI. This indicator is included within NinjaTrader, and we review how we can use, how we can create a setup trading the signal. There are a lot of signals on this indicator, but on this session, we explain the zero line crossover. We enter on the first blue histogram of the CCI. And we create this with markers and also with builder. So the result, I can show you the template. Here are the performance reports, as you can see. Because on all the sessions, we create this, explain the setup, create the logic with markers and with builder, and then use the strategy analyzer to optimize the parameters to get the best performance report. The best performance report taking into account the historical data. This is very important to understand, and we explain this on all sessions. All the reports are using historical data because this is the only way to make it work. But the idea is on the session, you have more than 2 years of weekly sessions, each one explaining a different trade setup with the video and also with the Ninja script that you can download. This is a Ninja script with the strategy that we create. It includes the strategy and the template for markers. And of course, you have access to the folder with everything, all the Ninja script files. This is a brief detail of what we do all Fridays. Fridays is in English, but we also do this on Spanish. We define a logic, we implement that logic on builder, we create that logic with markers, and also then optimize the parameters. And finally, I reached to the end. Maybe we can answer some questions. For those who are interested in any of my products, of course, the most wanted product is markers. You can send me an email, or by the way, you can also use the, let me show you my page. This is my page, theindicatorstore.com, very simple. And at the bottom, and by the way, you can see here a detail of all the things that markers can do with signals. At the bottom, you can click here so you can fill a form to obtain a discount coupon. Or just send me an email. This is my email. And you will get a discount coupon for all the products, including markers. And also, this is very important, a discount for the training sessions. this is a subscription per month and give you access to all the previous sessions, all the videos, all the strategies, everything, and you lock the price to the new price. So instead of paying 75 per month, you pay only 50. This is only for this time. So if you subscribe this week, you will keep this forever. Let me see if there are some questions because I already finished with this. I don't know, Juanita, if I am in time or we have some time to answer questions.
You definitely have time. You have about 10 minutes remaining.
Okay.
So go ahead and take your time and answer some questions.
Dimitri, really, I don't like the Unirenko. Maybe I prefer to use minute bars, but the reason of using 6, 24, and 12, the most important parameter on Unirenko is the reversal, and the reversal should be greater than the volatility of the system. So that depends on the current volatility and the instrument being used. But for more details, contact me on the chat room. Does marker work with drawing tools? Yes, of course, yes. How much Marker Plus cost? There are two versions of markers, and I forgot about that. No problem. I can show you that here. If you are only interested, if you are only using one computer, instead of clicking here, you can click here on markers. This is the version for two computers, but you need to add the 30% discount. But you can click here on the indicator store, and then here, and this is a version for only one computer. And also you need to add the 30% discount, okay? Marker Plus 2022, it will be released in October with a lot of new features. Can you assist people with, of course, on the chat room? I would like to generate my and sell signals using non-time bus. Yes, of course, that's possible. Everything is possible. What is the SMA or EMA or HMA you recommend? This is a complex question. Contact me on the chat room because there are a lot of different uses for those. Something about lagging. This is really important, and that happens when you use something like this. A non-fixed time, those bars are non-fixed in time. So maybe those bars are 0 seconds in length because the market moves too fast. So the lagging is very important in this case. My suggestion, as you saw, I always use minute bars because you have a lot of less problems, and also optimizing and backtesting a system using minute bars is really, really faster than using another bar type. We'll be able to upgrade to all markers users, even from 20 years ago, are lifetime members. So you get all the upgrades forever. You mentioned it before that the Unirenko bars are fake bars. No fake bars. They have fake open. Unirenko has fake open. Not a problem, but you only need to understand what you are doing when you want to execute a backtest or an optimization. It is possible to obtain a good report, but you need to be, I explained this on the chat room. By the way, again, the chat room is free. You can go to my site. I use Discord for that. You can go to my site at the bottom. Here, you can enter to my Discord channel. The access is free, again. After compiling your strategy, there is no strategy. So this is the problem. After you're compiling your strategy with markers, could one compile it to another? No, because we are not compiling nothing. What we are doing here is let me show you what we did today here. This is the setup that we created today. And I want to execute those longs and those shorts. What I only need to add the markers. Markers is an indicator, not a strategy. So I need to add the new markers. This is beta. 2022 is beta only for me. It will be available in October. And you execute fast signals, go long and go short. Well, those are the names of the signals, and the signals are created by the filtered longs. Where is the create fast signal? Here, go long, and the filtered shorts. Create fast signal, go short, or any name you prefer. And that's ready. That's all. There is no strategy. You only need to select a chart trader, select an ATM, any ATM, click here, select an account. I am not connected, but select an account and then click here on the account. And that's all. There is no strategy, just an indicator executing orders. The price for the training course, as I mentioned, it is $75 per month, but with this coupon, you can lock it forever at $50 per month. Do you offer dynamic? No, I only have the Unirenko. It is free. If you are interested in the Unirenko, you can get it free on my web page. If you can find it, contact me on the chat room, because on the chat room it is also a link. We create, or yes, you can create your own ATMs. You create your ATM here, custom, create an ATM, save as a template with a name, and then choose your ATM, anyone, and then select here, select an ATM. I need also to select an account, but I am not connected to any account. Heiken-Ashi candles, yes, you can use Heiken-Ashi candles. Heiken-Ashi candles have also the same problem. They don't have, they have fake opens, and I guess they have also fake closes. But you can spend some time and make the logic to optimize those bars if you want. But again, if you can create a strategy or a setup in minute bars where everything is so simple to backtest and optimize, I prefer doing that. Can markers utilize order flow? Yes, because something I forgot to mention, on the chat room, we have section for different partners. One of the partners is Mike from Order Flows. Most of the orderflows.com indicators are compatible. And there are a lot of more partners on the chat room. Anyway, log into the chat room and you can see it yourself. No more questions? I guess no. No. So that's all.
Thank you again to Pablo of the Indicator Store for taking time to share with us today. We hope to see you in future webinars. We'd like to remind you the information that was provided in this was that of the Indicator Store and not of NinjaTrader. All information is for educational purposes and should not be construed as trading advice. Enjoy the rest of your day, and we hope to see you in future webinars. Happy trading from everyone here at the NinjaTrader Ecosystem Room. Thank you again, Pablo. Thank you to everyone in attendance, and have a wonderful day.
Thank you, everyone. Bye-bye.